Hello. Hi. Hi, Unique first. Hi. Hello, Mr. Pro. Hello, Donut first on Twitch. Hi, Prince again. Hello, Jean Jacket. Welcome. Forgot to be earlier. It's okay. You're early most of the time. Hi, Soviet. Hi, Mari. Hello. Finally, Mari made it. Hi, lesbianism. Hi, Kenju.
Senpai.
Oh my god. Thank you so much for the 11 months. For the 11 months, holy shit. You've almost been subscribed for a year. Oh my god. Hi, Mr. Newbie Pro. welcome. It's been a while. So happy I made it. I'm so happy you made it too. I'm so happy I asked if you were gonna be free. Almost a year. Hello, I am new on Earth. It's nice to meet you. Will be boop as the human kids say. Hi, Jay. How's my... Gotta wait 13 days for mine. Why don't you wait 14 days? You know, so I can romance up run in the 14 days. I'm that guy. How is everyone else though? How are you all doing? Hello, Shy. Hi, Otto. Welcome. Oh my god. Guys, new person, cool new person in YouTube chat. Oh my god. Hello. I know you. Hi. Hi, I know you. Oh my god. Wait. Let me shout them out everywhere. Twitch. Cool new person. This is their channel. Go follow them. Cool new person over on YouTube channel. Follow them. What's up today? Also, hi Eric. Giada voice, right? Exactly my reaction. I'm up to. Don't get scared. Oh. I am. Well, since I haven't streamed in like this last week, I haven't streamed, so I'm just kind of like, catching up a little. Kind of like doing these just chatting streams every week around the weekend to like catch up. Your viewers won't even listen to my stuff except for you'd be shocked. You'd be shocked. There's definitely people in here who would listen to you, including me. So I like to do these. Hello. Thank you so much for the follow, Shy Weeb for life. Thank you so much for the follow. Also, hi Triple. Oh my god, so many new people today. But yeah, no, I definitely have people who would listen to you. Eric seems to know you. I know some fruity people in my chat. They listen to you. Subscribe to you. Yeah, see? Oh dog, I remember when Otto was like, he was in the hundreds of his like channel. I was like, yo, you're really cool, da da da. And now he's all he grew up. His acting is very good though. I love it. I love it so much. Today's fun fact is the honey badger can't feel fear. Its brain doesn't have a way to interpret adrenaline as a flight response, so it just throws hands with everything, including lions. Holy shit! We all grow up, unfortunately, very unfortunately. My audio just blanked out for 20 seconds. I missed out on Venom's speech. Venom's speech is crazy. Um, but what was I saying? Yeah, I hope everyone else's day was great. I always keep forgetting to ask that because I'm dumb. Um, and yes, Mari. Don't worry, it was just random noises. Alright, bro, chill out. Okay, alright. Set, we'll just. Set's coming, let's go. Everyone's here, everyone's gonna be here today. I'm so happy. What the hell? You can make it to 100k subs if you want. That's not what's important in chopping wood. Uh, I'm trying my best. The issue is that, I am unable to be as consistent as I want to be. And putting more effort into this, like into my content because of university. That's like the main issue. And it pisses me off so much. Why? It's just that it's just balancing university, and I want to do this. This is like my dream job, right? Being a content creator. So balancing this along with university can be so draining. First of all, second of all, I am especially on weekdays. Oh, Sasha, hi, welcome. Especially on weekdays, I spend way too long, like on days that I have university. 12 hours is spent. Unless, it's a day that I don't have a lot of classes. I try my best to come home early. But university is an hour away from my house. I wake up at 6 a.m. If I'm taking the university bus to come home, I come home at 6:30. So I'm outside, or like not outside, but like spending my time towards university 12 hours a day. And well, by the time I'm home, I'm so painfully tired that I am unable to, like, I used to try my best. I used to, like, force myself to not be tired, but, after a point, your body gets burnt out, right? And I think that's the phase I am in right now. It's constantly burnt out. And just the heat is not helping. Temperature is not helping. So, so balancing that with content creation full time. I want to go at full time at some point. But yeah, just balancing everything can get very, you know, difficult. And that's part of the reason why I haven't streamed this entire, like, last week. And by the way, this is also for everyone else. I'm sure you can make it work. You're a clever cat. I used to wake up at 4 a.m. for my old job and just couldn't do it. I could work on my business. Yeah, like, I know I can make it work, probably. But it's also that, it's not just what really pisses me off personally is it's not just, I go to university, come back, and that's the end of that, right? I also have to come home, and oftentimes there are assignments. I actually have an assignment to work on now, which I'm not doing. I will tomorrow. Maybe the day after, I don't know. Uh, and this past week I've had tests. So I've been stressed about that. There have been a bunch of tests, a bunch of submissions, assignment and project submissions. Uh, and it's just so, it's annoying. That's all it is. And it's also that I just don't like my university environment. Like, it's just so full of not kind people. It's just so full of like just it's so full of drama and toxicity that it drains me mentally. And at this point, I have just resorted to mentally checking out. The moment there's drama, I will find out about it once it's over. I thrive in being painfully out of the loop. Try using your earliest hours to do the hardest work. They're your most productive. Late hours are for low intensity brain power stuff. Uh, that's part of the issue. That's again part of the issue, because during the day, and this has been an issue since I was a kid. During the day, that is like, I don't know what it is with my body, but I am naturally, I've always found it more easy to work on things when I'm like when it's nighttime. It's easier for me to focus on things, and it's so weird because I start getting hungrier at night. I start feeling more productive at night, and then throughout the day I'm just tired. I had this problem even back when I had a decent sleep schedule, back in high school. Um, Try using it. Oh, right, I read that. What are you majoring in? I'm majoring in media studies. So it's very relevant to what, so like to like me being a content creator, right? And it's easy in the sense that whatever I am studying there I can apply here, and whatever I learn here I can apply it there, right? But also I think I just don't like university. I just don't like university. That is all it is. And I will find all sorts of excuses to like rationalize why I don't like university, when in reality it's basically it's just that I just don't like university. Um you can use your content for your school projects. I cannot. uh so the school projects, the university projects that we get, they are not exactly. Also, Aurora, welcome. And hi, Fuzzy Flippers, welcome, welcome. Oh wait, that's Seth. Hi, Seth. Minoring in business if you can. That's the thing, I don't get to choose. I feel like oftentimes when I tell people university is um a lot of people, when I tell them university is draining me, they think I did this by choice. So oftentimes their advice is, oh, just, what I did in university was I chose these classes, chose the few classes I went at this time and that time. They're telling me their whole like schedule. I'm like, I don't get a choice. I select whatever course I want to do. They give me my weekly schedule for when classes are, and I have to show up. um and they from the university, they assign us like it's like the same for my entire class. We have all these subjects that we have to do. We don't get to choose what subjects we want to do or we don't want to do within that course. We have to do everything that they're asking us to. That's another thing. And another thing is attendance is strict. We get It's not just strict, we also get like attendance is worth 5 marks, and each mark matters, by the way. So if you have to have 75% attendance at least in order to even sit for the exams, because if your attendance is lower than that, they won't allow you to sit for the examination for that specific subject. And so you have to like, let's say if it's in first semester, that you were not allowed to sit for an exam because you didn't have enough attendance. You will have to pay an extra amount of money and re-give that exam in the third semester. So thankfully I am managing my attendance quite well this semester, but so we don't get to choose what we study. We kind of just get to choose the course, right? The first thing that we do for starting classes is choose the course, and then they tell us all the subjects we have to study underneath that. So my course also includes journalism. I do not want to study journalism. I have no interest in journalism. I took this course because I was interested in, you know, media, managing content, uh, other stuff. And there is stuff in here that I am interested in, like media marketing and advertising and all that, and media management and all that bullshit. But then there's journalism, and I'm not interested in journalism, but it's part of the course, so I have to study it because it is under the same course and there is no choice but to study it. We straight up in first semester we had things like radio. I was not interested in radio, but I had to do it. History of radio, how radio works. We had an assignment where we had to make an advertisement specifically, for radio. I'm not interested. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not interested in film, like filmmaking and such. But that was also a subject that we had at some point. We had this one assignment where we had to choosing classes is a very American thing. I feel like it is. It might be because it has never been a thing here. So it's never been a thing here, right? Film is obvious, but I understand. Like, if you think of it just as it is, just off of what I'm saying, yes, there are multiple applications everywhere. Oh, it is OBS disconnected for a second. Minus the fact that I'm okay with all of that, minus the fact that, I forgot what I was gonna say. Minus the fact that it's video based and I am not good at video editing. I'm good at graphic designing. I'm good. I want to say I know a little bit here and there about audio stuff because of what I do on YouTube. Video, not really something that I might be closed-minded. I might be extremely closed-minded. But I just don't think a classroom environment, and what really gives me anxiety is exams. I don't like exams at all. Like, at all. I never did. And I just don't see the... I'm sure there is a point to giving tests, giving examinations, such and such. I just personally never found it applicable to me to, like, learn things. It is, a sort of, like, way to evaluate people. Like, let's see what you've learned so far. But, it's... I just don't think an exam is the right way to do it, personally. I don't know. Wait. I haven't been catching up to... I'm so happy I made it. I'm also happy you made it. Not so fun for people can actually die from a broken heart. I've heard of that one. Now there's a bunch of... I feel that you have uni and I have helped pretty much on the same boat. Yeah. You might not like it because you're not good at it like you are with audio yet. You might enjoy it after a few times. That's the thing. I am already halfway done with university and I'm still struggling to enjoy it. There are subjects that are interesting. But then they're also not, I guess. I don't know how to put it. It's just that, yes, if you're telling me stuff about a certain subject and you're just, like, explaining things and I find it interesting, I'm like, oh yes, this is very interesting. I am very interested in this. You have my attention, right? But then you're like, oh yeah, and then you have to, like, write an exam on this. That's when I automatically mentally check out. I'm like, oh, yeah, no, I'm no longer interested. Sorry. Exams are just not for me. like an education, like a classroom environment might not be for me. I've always struggled in the classroom. Like if I'm being, like for example, I've always been interested in psychology, and I've never lost interest. Yes, I did have it as a subject in like 11th and 12th grade, but it wasn't to the point where I was like struggling. Everything we studied was entirely out of like, my interest. But then there is, could also be true, I've never been good at like academically as much as people want to tell me otherwise. I know how I struggled academically, so it's annoying. Is the stream not working for people? It should be. I could be, listen, I could be very whiny about it, like extremely. I just do not like university. Can't help but say it. I just don't like university. That is all it is. I'm here. You don't have to spit in my. I never said I was gonna. I said I was gonna cry in your food. Holy shit! Again. Also, hi, be welcome. I said I was gonna cry in your food. I am a night owl too. I can't do anything during the day. Yeah. I'm spending years waking up at 4 a.m. I have to work at 6 a.m. I have to. It's early. Shit. But I don't know how I would handle that. Oh yeah, I think another point to mention, I don't take stress very well. Like I think it's different threshold. The threshold for stress is different for different people. For me personally, it's not all that much. So I get very stressed very easily. And not just, it's not only the fact that I get very stressed, I also get sick because I'm stressed. So at some point I'm forced to take a break, and that point comes very early, like a lot earlier than a lot of other people. I told you I'd be here. Thank you for being here. 21 pilots. I'll be the 22nd pilot. Ben died for me. No. Wow, streamers, we really are back to normal. Shut up. I don't think exams are for anyone. Yes, that is true. I don't know, man. Some people seem to genuinely enjoy giving tests and stuff. Like, my sister is pretty good with examinations. Like, she doesn't really lose her cool about certain things. But then I'm here. My thing is, I start genuinely tweaking out. Random J jump scare. Just get as much of it as you can before you leave. The tutorial will end when then you have 40 plus years to play the real game. I suppose so. I suppose you're right. I should probably make the best of it. Learn as much as I could. But also, I just don't want to learn from university. The thing is, if I have to learn something, I will learn it. On my own. Like, no one really taught me how to do this YouTube stuff on my own. You know? And I'm probably being petty. But I just don't like university. I don't know how else to put it. I just don't like university. Also, I keep seeing that Twitch is struggling. Like a lot. The bitrate is terrible. Hi. I think I'm very funny. I think I'm very funny. Um, for if you want to be a worker drone. I don't want to be a worker drone. That's the thing. I don't want to be a worker drone. I don't know. I don't know. I thought it would be very funny. Anyways. So I don't want to be a worker drone. Anyways. So I don't want to be a worker drone. That's the issue, right? I don't want to spend my life. Twitch kept crashing, so on YouTube. Everyone's showing up the YouTube now because Twitch keeps crashing. I don't know what's been happening with Twitch as of late. I might have to look into it. I said that. I said I'd do that last stream. Um. Okay. Let me see if I can. This fixes it. Twitch has been crashing out as of late, and I'm really, it's really like demotivating me. I'm not liking it at all. Huh? It's also part of the reason why just I kind of crashed out and I stopped. Holy shit, why is it doing that? Anyways, it's part of the reason why I crashed out and I stopped I didn't stream for the past week. It's because the last few streams were so. It was like, I remember your last stream crashed on me. Yes, that was the reason why I stopped streaming for like the rest of the week, because it demotivated me so much. The way stream kept like it is now. Hello. I don't know if we're back. I don't know. No clue. Are we? Question mark. Hello. Okay, we are. I'm gonna start crying. Hi. The fuck? I don't know why Twitch has been like, not just Twitch, just OBS has been crashing on me so badly lately. Um, and did it do it again? Is it doing it again? Please don't say it's doing it again. It is doing it again on Twitch. I don't think Twitch is working for anyone anymore. Twitch. I think I might. Okay. You know what? You know what? Hold on. Hold on. I think I want to test something. You know what? Fine. Fine. You know what? Hold on. I have to test something. This is something that must be checked. Um, I'm gonna do a thing. Uh, I'm gonna try again, maybe. I don't think it's Twitch. I think, I think I'm the problem at this point. It seems to be back up. OMG, a thing. Okay, shut up. Shut up. All right, shut up. Um, Yosh, yosh. Hi, Billion Blade. Welcome. Because it twitches, twitching. No way, bro. Not gonna lie. The thing is, if Twitch was twitching, it wouldn't be having such a terrible fucking time with me. Um, it might be. Hmm. So the plugin that I'm using for OBS, because with the last plugin, it worked great for the first few months. No issues other than me being dumb. It did start causing problems at like around the end, but I think that's probably also part of the reason is my internet. So wait, I'm gonna explain my living situation a little. It's very weird. Hi Apple, welcome. I thought it was my internet. No, 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 it's not. It's not your internet. I promise. Um. So my living situation is actually shit. Ah, I don't want to say it's shit. It's just unstable. My dad lives. My dad, he lives somewhere else. Me and my mom live in this house. My grandmom, on my dad's side. So my dad lives in our ancestral house. You know, it's an entire place that was built by my great grandmother. Dad lives there, and my grandmom, the not good one, she lives on the floor above him. Now she often goes back and forth from America and here. The thing is, she fucking hates us. So whenever she's gone, we go and live there because, you know, to keep my mom wants to keep my dad company, and also my sister lives there because my dad doesn't know how to take his own medication. Sister lives there with dad, so we often go live there with them so that, you know, we can help them. We are so back. Never mind. Hi Winter's Green, welcome. Never mind. No, we are not. Are we? I don't think we are. It says we're offline. Oh wait, no, we're not. No, wait, we are. We are offline. We are offline. No, we are offline. Um, It's going fine for me. What, on Twitch? The fuck? Well, anyways, as long as it's going okay, I suppose. So loading, 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 loading. There we go. It still says it's unstable. Keyframe interval too high, it says. Oh. No clue what that means. But I suppose I'm not going to question it. Roller coaster over here. Right. Authorize. Okay. Says it's stable. Used to experience some networking or encoding issues. Please let us know what issues you're experiencing below. Uh, I'm experiencing a large delay, visual glitches, command line, settings. I might just have to reset. I'm going to. Brack, never mind. Oh. Oh. Uh. 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 Ugh. 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 Settings, stream, primary key, copy, OBS, settings, switch output, paste, save output. Okay. It's literally the same. It's flatline. YouTube is safe for now. I think YouTube is safe because YouTube is consistently not crashing. Thanks. You're alive. No way, really? Oh my god, I did not know. Random noises. Wait, what? Holy shit, what the fuck? Twitch, can you not? Thanks. Holy shit, you're live? Really? I'm live? No way. That's crazy. You know, only if Twitch would understand that. Crying. You know what? I might have to stop. So as I was explaining my living situation, we often go back and forth. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, me and my mom often move back and forth from that house to this house. Um, issue is, the internet on that house was great. Internet, I used to think it was shit, but ever since we fixed it, it's been not that bad. And I used to think, I was like, okay, you know what? Even if this is not like the best out there, it'll get better once I go back home. This home, right? Because this home internet used to be great. We came home. We gave the internet bill, and we thought it's gonna be fine. Turns out it's not. The internet here, bullshit. And that's the issue, right? It's not just bullshit. It's also in one fucking corner of the house, because the people who came here to set it up, they were like, this is the perfect place to put it in, because the range of this fucking thing is supposed to be in triangular form. My sister listened to that, like, we told her recently. She was like, the fuck do you mean triangular? A range is a range. A wave is a wave. That's not how it works. Um, And it's so fucking funny because I'm sitting literally next to the Wi-Fi, and it's supposed to be working, but it's not. Has everyone heard of a game called Goose Goose Duck? I have it on my Steam. It's free. I've never played it. I've heard it's very similar to fucking what's that game called? Among Us. Tech experts, when it comes to time, actually be experts at tech. Fuck, do they mean triangular? It's a radius. Yes, radius. That's what I meant. Radius. Triangular, who the things? I don't know. But, so, waves don't work in triangles. That's the thing. That's the fucking thing. Now, that's what they told my mom. And my mom, not knowing too much about this, she believed them. She was like, well, these are experts. They're supposed to know. And I'm going to believe them. I was like, whatever, right? As long as it works. And I didn't even know that they said this. My mom just told me they said this is the perfect place for this. And so I was like, okay, are they sure? Because this is like literally one corner of the house. I don't think this is the perfect place for this. The other end of the house does not get internet. She was like, no, they said this was the perfect place for this. And I was like, well, okay, fine, I'll believe them. uh well, because of the constant crashes that have been happening recently, and me constantly getting mad, me constantly losing. Do you like it? I have not played it. So I do not know if I like it. You are right next to the router. Are you plugged into it? Uh, how should I put this? It's not as simple as you think. Also, will there be a movie night? I don't want to miss it like last time. There will be at some point. At some point, I promise you there will be. So... Oh, pre-roll is a thing. I did not know that. The next movie is going to be Grave of the Fireflies. If I stand barricade, I'd fix your problem. The thing is, I don't even know if the problem is the Wi-Fi or the OBS. Down your family and do an experiment while waves, lol. Needs a bucket of water and a pebble. Please don't sit down my family. My family is my mom and sister are great. And how should I put this? Oh shit. So Donathon goal to get then better Wi-Fi. I I want to. That would be so cool, but also I don't want to have this. I mean, if I have a donathon, I wouldn't have it for just for better Wi-Fi. I would have it for like a whole PC setup, which I don't have. Um, if I were gonna start a donathon, I'd go bye Unix. If I ever have to, if I had to have a donathon for myself, and also the thing is the donuts, I would feel bad, cause as many times I've seen people do donathons, they've all done it for like oh it's for this good cause, for this charity, that good cause, this and that, right? And then I'm here, I'm gonna be like, haha, donathon, because I'm fucking broke, and I need a better setup. I I don't know. I feel bad. That's one thing. Another thing is I don't know, man. I don't know. I think the cause is getting you a PC for real. I understand that, but it's also like I don't know. First, so we have made a list of things we need to get fixed. First is the Wi-Fi. We have to do something about it. Second of all, uh, we have to. Someone get Vin good computer step to get Vin better Wi-Fi step 3 profit question mark. I wish. I wish it was that simple. I really wish it was that simple. There are so many other factors. And the thing is, I would love to fucking get myself a better setup, better Wi-Fi, better everything. But it's really not that simple. It really isn't. And I wish it was. I don't want to go too much into detail about it. But there are so many factors to take into consideration here that are causing me to not actively not have good anything. Configuration check incompatible. Audio video configure. Address the following optimized stream viewer experience. Keep frame rate interval for greater than 4 seconds. Interval greater than 4 seconds are unsupported. Cause source quality to be automatically disabled. Keyframe interval. What is a keyframe interval? Let me look at it. Let me look at it. Keyframe interval is literally at 0. You cannot fucking lie to me, motherfucker. My keyframe interval is 0. Do not fucking lie to me, motherfucker. Anyway, so what was I saying? Joy is a flow income, I feel ya. Healthcare ain't a problem here, so my heart goes out. Must suck ass. Okay. So I don't want to make it seem like it's worse than it is. I live with my mom. I'm a university student. Here it's abnormal. Like, be like, oh, go figure your own shit out yourself. The moment you turn 18. So my situation is definitely a lot better than a lot of other people. Issue being, 1, my family situation. 2, my living situation. 3, everything being so fucking expensive. And like my financial situation to an extent, I guess. Um, cause how should I put this? I don't know, man. I wish I could spend more time working on streaming stuff. When you are 18, seems more of an American thing. It is entirely an American thing. Because at 18, you are still, like, technically, you are just fresh out of childhood. What do you mean you're ready to move out? No, you're not. That's not how it works. But anyways. You know what? Hold on. Huh? Can I check something? I need to do one of those things. Psychotic is doing the same thing over and over again, except expecting something will change. Duo stream, yes. I'm also thinking the same thing. It might definitely be. They want you to move out and have a family at 18. That's dumb. Bro, you don't even know about talking to people. Even it's you're a child at that. Not a child legally, but if you're like you are not ready to move out at that age. That's fucking insane to be like expecting of someone who is just 18. Someone who is just 18 is not ready to move out. Someone who is just 18 is not in any position to pay for their own electrical bills, to pay for any bills, to pay for taxes, to pay for anything. They're supposed to get into university, complete their education, then get a job, and once that job is enough for them to pay for their own stuff, like for their food, their electric bills, their taxes, anything that they need to pay, only then are they okay to go live on their own. My friend got kicked out of his house when he was 19 because he left laundry in the hallway and hired someone to mow the lawn. What? I do not understand America. I will never understand America. I do not understand America. I do not understand where this mindset comes from. Because why are you so eager to kick your child out? Then why have a child if all you wanted to do was fucking kick that thing out? They just got out of their teens. I do not know how I would manage if I turned 18 and my mom was like, yeah, you need to move out. You need to fuck off. It is as soon as fucking possible. That is insane. The only Americans that I've seen are like, 18, 19, 20, and they're like living a decent life are because they live with their parents and their parents are not like forcing them to move out. I've met people who are like, I'm going to university, I'm doing this and that. I'm like, that's so cool, right? And they are like, oh, it's okay, I guess. I mean, I'm still living with my mom. I'm like, and what is, I don't see the issue. Like, they say it like it's a bad thing. They're telling that to me like it's a bad thing. I'm like, no, it's not a bad thing. That's how things are. That's how things should be. You're only 19. You're only 18 or 19. Fuck you mean you're supposed to move out? Move out and go where? Like, what is this whole, like, the moment you're 18, your parents are like, get the fuck out of my house. And there's apparently parents who take rent from their kids after they're 18. No, that's your child. That's your child that you're supposed to love, that you raise with your blood, sweat, tears. That is a piece of you as a human being. This idea, by the way, of mine does not also extend out to abortion. Abortion is a completely different thing. But when you've given birth to a child, you've given birth to a child, it's outside of your body. You have spent years raising that child. You're supposed to have some sort of emotional connection to that thing. You're supposed to look at it and feel like, this is my child. I have to protect this thing for as long as I can, for as long as it needs me to. Right? Because I tell my mom about this shit. I'm like, Mom, you know there's some people who pay rent to their parents? If my mom heard about this shit, she would lose her fucking shit. Because the kind of parent my mom is, she has raised both me and my sister almost single-handedly. And even to this day, she wants me staying at home. She feels so happy when I'm like at home, just around, just existing. Also, one moment I'm getting a call. But you know, it's like, it's crazy. Because she's like, how can parents just leave their kids out when they're 18? That's just their kids. I'm like, beats me, Mom. I don't know. I don't know what I would do if you kicked me out like that. One moment. Yeah, like it's your child, literally. So basically, teens, I couldn't imagine kicking someone out at that age. I get. People in America have kids accidentally, so they bear with it for 18 years and tell them to get the fuck out so they can live their best lives again. What do you mean you have kids accidentally? And the thing is, the government does not make this shit any better. Some people should really reconsider having. It doesn't suit some people, and they just fuck up their kids. That's the thing. Exactly why I never plan on having kids, because as much as I know that I might not make as bad of a parent, because I've seen what good parenting looks like. I've seen my mom. And I've seen bad parents too. I know what I don't want to do if I were to be a parent. But that's the thing, right? I don't want to be a parent because I don't want at any point in my life to look at my child and feel disappointment or disgust thinking I wasted away my life for that thing. Because I probably won't feel that if I'm a good mother, right? But I don't even want to consider the possibility of that happening. Of looking at my child and feeling like I wasted my life for this. I don't ever even want to put myself in a situation where I can allow myself to feel that. So I'm just not going to put myself in that situation at all. I'm not going to be a parent if I am having doubts about whether or not I'll be a good parent. So it's fucking insane to me. I don't like kids. I'll be honest. I fucking hate kids. I know I never want to be a parent. But at least I know when I look at a kid or like at a certain way parents treat their kids, and I can tell this is terrible parenting. I can tell these parents do not love their kids. Kicking your kid out at the age of 18, you do not love your kid. You see your kid as a liability. Parents who see their kids as a liability, like parents who will never see their kids as a liability, they will encourage their kids to be like, hey, so you're our kid. Stay as long as you need. Stay whenever you feel comfortable moving out, you do it then. Fucking insane shit, like move out at 18. Fuck you mean? My family likes to stay as long as I need to until financial. That's exactly how it should be. My sister lives with my dad. And we, like, if she were to come back and live with us, we would be so happy. My mom would be so happy. She's working a full-time job. She's working a job. That doesn't mean she's making enough to pay for everything herself. That's not even all. Thing is, things have gotten so expensive as of late. It's even more difficult. It's even more scary for people to just go out, move out, and live on their own. What a lot of American parents don't understand is that things that were a certain, like, you know, that costed a certain amount during their time when they were young, it's not the same now. Because yes, things have gotten better quality wise. Like, they probably got smaller houses for a lot cheaper, but we do get bigger houses comparatively as compared to back then. Maybe in some places, in certain situations. But, like, that's not us choosing those houses out of choice. That's all that is available. And so automatically the prices are high. Not just that inflation is a thing. Even the houses that they would get at their time at a certain rate, we will get at a much higher rate. Which is what they don't understand, because everyone wants to be like, oh, kids these days are so lazy, so we have to kick them out so they are not lazy anymore. That's not how it works. You dumb motherfucker. Some parents just want to have kids to feel a bit of power. That is fucking gross. There's this Canadian streamer that pays rent to their dad to stay at their house. That is insane. That is fucking insane. That is fucking absolutely fucking wild, by the way. Also, hi, Saul Fisher. I don't know if you can hear me, but hello, welcome. I'm sorry, I'm like going off a little bit here. No clue if Twitch is working or not, and I have kind of given up at this point. Well, Twitch is not working. It has literally refused to stop streaming. Whatever. Anyways, I used to live on my own, but my family needs me back at home. So now, as an adult 26, I'm here taking care of my family, niece and nephew. So I live with my parents to do so even though I have money. Like, it's perfectly normal to live with your parents, by the way, guys. If you're an American, I don't know if you know, I don't know if you've been told, it's okay to live with your parents. It's okay to live with, no matter how old you are. It doesn't matter how old you are. It literally doesn't matter. The only time it matters is if you're just staying at your parents' house and not doing anything for yourself. You're not building a life for yourself. You're not getting a job. You're not taking care of yourself. Or even planning, like making future preparation to take care of your parents when they have retired and can't earn or can't take care of themselves. That's when it's a problem. When you're using the fact that you're living at your parents' house as an excuse for unemployment. But if you're living at your parents' house, you've got a good job, you're getting enough. You know, if you save, if you start investing, start saving, whatever, you will, at some point, you will have saved up enough to make sure that you live a comfortable life when you have retired, and you can give your parents a comfortable life when they have retired. People ain't even parents anymore. Dead fucking ass. I'm trying to rent from 18 years old. That's no. Once again, I'm glad I wasn't born in the USA and didn't have much terrible experience. I know. I'm also glad I always say this as a joke, but also I don't mean it entirely as a joke. I am so glad I'm not an American. I'm so glad I'm not born in the USA. I'm so glad I'm not living in the USA, because holy fucking shit. I'm glad my parents let me live with them. I have my own apartment attached to their place. That is so cool. And in my personal opinion, good parents who genuinely love their kids probably will never actively want their kids to leave. Because I've seen how my mom is. Whenever I talk about, one day I'm gonna move out. If I have a partner, I'm gonna move in with them. This and that. And she's like, then where am I gonna go? Am I gonna be alone? I'm like, no, of course not. You know? And then I get thinking, like, where will my mom go if we're not here? If we're not with her? Because we're all she knows. Dad, my father, is a different case altogether. But my mom, I know for a fact, if it was entirely in her hands, she would just make us stay with her forever. Like, she would rather us not move out. Because she loves us genuinely. She doesn't want us to go far away from her. And even when if I ever move out and get my own place, I will not want it to be very far from where my mom is living. Or even, like, I would be perfectly fine with living under the same roof as my mom, or like having it, like, like Seth lives, like having an extension. But I would like to live very close to my mom, because I don't want her to be alone. Because I love my mom loves me. That's how things work. In my personal opinion, if you love your kid, you wouldn't want your kid to move out in the first place. But if you think that your kid needs to move out or wants to out of their own free will, be supportive. And then there's like all this, like, no, you have to move out at 18. Fuck right off. Accidentally not pulling out, them not pulling out, and the girl gets knocked up, so they have to take responsibility. It's not even not them not pulling out. Not using protection. Not using the correct, precautions. Not following the correct precautions. I didn't go into a huge history lesson on part of why it's a thing in America. It would be a long rant, and I'll save it. We'll save it for a community hangout at some point. America needs religion, dude. I'm not a religious person personally. What America needs, I'm not gonna talk about America all that much, even though I have been. But if it's down to the basics, it's less about religion, I feel. And more about just not fucking hating your kids, I guess. Transform until then. You grow into parenthood. I love pets and I hate kids myself, but also I don't know. See, I understand what you're saying. I just don't want to risk having a kid and then not being able to give that kid a good life. Because if I have a kid, I want that kid to have, like, the best life I could possibly give it. But I'm not gonna have a kid because I am not planning to be a parent ever. That's just not something that I want to be. It's just that if I were to have to be one, I would want to be a good one. And I will say this now, as selfish as this is gonna sound, I am a selfish person. Oftentimes I'm gonna be thinking about, what I could have achieved if I didn't have a kid. I don't want to have a kid and then make it feel like it's at fault for me not doing certain things in my life. No. I might as well just not give birth to a child at that point. So I won't. Because I'm not gonna be a selfish person, and on top of that, I'm gonna give birth to a child and treat it like shit. If I'm gonna be a selfish person, I'm going to be a selfish person on my own. I'm not gonna bring another life into this world and give it a terrible life, give it a terrible childhood, just because I'm a terrible person, or because I'm selfish, or because I have certain goals that do not align with giving birth to a child. There is no shame in my personal opinion. If you want to live a life for yourself, there is no shame in that. Go right ahead. But you cannot give birth to a child and then be like, no, I want to live my own life the way I want. That is not how it works. You cannot have best of both worlds. You either want to be a parent and devote your life to the child, or you be by yourself. Have a partner even. But you've got to make sure the partner is also on board with not having the kid thing. I'm 28, living with my family. Excuse for not having a job is I'm waiting for my third surgery and I'm fully healed. Can work without issues. See, understandable. As someone who lives in America, it feels like it's getting worse and worse every day. As like an outside person, I see it. I see it. I completely see it. Blessed and cursed, as they say, right? I go on a very long rant about the issues of America. Needs character as a result of religion, basically. Needs a factory reset, straight up. You will transform till they grow, though, right? I don't know. I don't know what kind of person I would be as a parent when it comes to... I'm a selfish person when it comes to that, too. Exactly. My best friends married to each other got massive backlash for choosing not to have kids. They're so happy for it. House, tons of pets, living in good life. See, that's the thing. People shouldn't... I think this is part of the problem. That's what the issue is. People having kids, they're not ready, and then end up giving the child bad love and giving up on the kid. I know also there's people who choose to have kids anyway. That's the fucked up part. I don't think, like, and this is part of the reason why I am as against societal norms as I am. Because some of societal norms are so fucking detrimental to so many people. And when, like, the consequences of those norms affect the next generation, the same society is the first one to be like, oh, this generation is so fucking bullshit. Like, no. We just weren't raised right because of you people. Because you people wanted, you know, like, parents to have kids no matter what, because apparently that's like a necessity to be married. That's not. Another thing to add, by the way, overpopulation is a thing. I don't think every existing couple needs to have kids. If they want to, sure, go ahead. If they think they can actually give the kid a good life, go ahead. But I don't see why people would push others into having kids. Like, oh, you're married, why don't you have kids? Me fucking whoever the hell I want is none of your business. You know, like, my first of all, my sex life, second of all, whether or not I want to put my body through pregnancy, third of all, whether or not me and my partner choose to have that financial, put in that financial commitment to have a kid, is our problem, not yours. It's our problem. Society does not get to tell us whether or not we should have kids. And I think this is part of the reason why so many people have kids and then like they are not being able to take care of it because so many people are forcing them into being like, you know, oh, have kids, that's what you should do. No. Why have backlash of not having kids? They should think it could be one. They just don't want one. They're financially stable to take care of themselves, but not another human life, especially a baby. Yes, because taking care of a kid is not just it's not just a baby. It's not just another life. It is a very long-term commitment. You have to pay for that kid's everything. You have to care, you have to put in so much time and dedication and love and affection and attention towards this thing, this kid. There's a lot of money involved, there's a lot of time involved, there's a fuck ton of energy involved. If you cannot give all three of those, don't get into it. Because yes, all of those are needed to give a child a good life. A human is a complex thing. You cannot fuck around with it. Especially a baby. A baby that has so much to live for. If you don't want a kid, abortion. Oh, but America banned that. Holy shit. Oh my god. Why kill children? Whatever, man. Life has to follow a script, like be born, go to school, be a teenager, start dating, go to college, move from home. I agree with you so hard. As complex as a miracle. Yes, human life is a miracle. I also, Soviet, I agree with you. I remember seeing this post somewhere, and it kind of made like the thing. I guess it put my thoughts into, I guess, words. Um, but yeah, it's like people think life has a script. That's why. That's also part of the reason why I don't go for, like, I'm so unhappy with this entire school, university, job, the government, corporate job, whatever. There is a cost of living. We have to pay to live. What is your accent? It's very slight. Is it Filipino? So fun fact, no one has ever been able to guess my accent because I don't actually have an accent. I do, but it's more so that it doesn't belong anywhere. People have tried so hard to be like, is it this, is that? It's just me. It's just me. My accent is just venom coated. But yes, it's like there's this whole script, right? Like, you have to be born, you have to grow up in a certain way, and you have to grow up with certain people around you, you have to grow up on certain morals, then go to school, go to university, have a life, find a partner, fucking have a family, slave away at a corporate job, die. I'm sorry, I refuse to live that way. But it's just so deep rooted into society that if you don't live that way, it's odd. You'll be seen as a failure, you'll be seen as an outcast. English accent with a hint of something else, can't quite detect it, venom. It's so funny when people actually try to like guess my accent, because there is no accent. There is, but there isn't. A baby is draining emotionally, physically, and financially. Exactly. So if you're not prepared for that shit, do not have one. I know someone who had 2 kids, spent their life in and out of jail. It's sad to see. That is so fucked up. That is so fucked up. I saw this video where there's this kid and they're on a train and both the mom and dad are like high as fuck on drugs. And the kid is like, "Mom, Dad, wake up. Wake up, Mom. Wake up. Dad, wake up." And it brought tears to my eyes because I'm like, what the fuck is going on even? Not everyone believes in that script, and people have went against and succeeded, and it's not always seen as odd. It's not always seen as odd. You know when it's not seen as odd? Is when you're fucking rich and famous and there's a bunch of people who like you. But if you're living on your own, let's say, if you're living just like you're earning enough off of whatever job you're doing, you're earning enough, you have enough for yourself as a person, maybe your partner, and you're not a rich famous person, but you're doing enough, right? The moment that's the case, the only people, like, part of the reason why so many people are not seen as odd for not following the script is because they're rich. or they're famous. If you're not rich and famous, you will not be seen as, you know, not odd. That is my belief on it. And I feel like some people struggle to figure out my accent too. Though I think it's kind of obvious. Really? Like water, I know she cares about social norms deeply, and I don't care. My mom also cares about social norms, like to an extent, but she will never, like her belief is, she thinks that there are certain things that we have to do. There are certain things that we have to do, but she will never stop me if I'm trying to do something that is a little outside of what society likes. Like she will be like, "Is this harmful for you? No. Is this bad for you in any way? No. Is this bad for your future, people around you? No. Go for it. Doesn't matter what society says." But there are certain things that you kind of have to do as a part of human society. Depending on what I say, it's obvious, at least to me, but many people don't notice it. My thing with my accent, it's basically like there are certain words that I pronounce that are very British coded, but then there are certain words I pronounce that are very American coded. And then there are other words that I pronounce that are neither. And I was lucky enough to be a typical disappointment child, so my parents don't expect me to have kids or be successful or anything. I just live my life, go with the flow, you could say. It's sad. It's so sad that, in order to live your life the way you want, you have to be a disappointment. That's the sad part. The fact that you have to be a disappointment in order to live your life the way you think is right for you. It's sad, okay? And I don't know how this is okay or seen as okay by the world. I don't know, man. You have the accent of person who watches English media. No way, how'd you know? I did grow up on a lot of Western media. Wait, is that bad? Are you saying my accent is terrible? I'm gonna go cry about this. No, that's not a bad thing. I don't believe you. At least you have a great mom, and I'm so happy for that, dude. Yeah, I'm. That is one of the things that I'm so grateful for, is that I have a good mom. I may not have a good dad, but I have a good mom. I think that is the most I can ask for. And I have a great mom, an amazing one, and she raised us amazingly. And back my grandparents came and I got jump scared. Welcome back. We had a whole rant on parenting, and now people are trying to guess where I'm from, what my accent is. Basically, I guess as long as I'm happy, the rest doesn't matter. Yes, I'm glad you have that mindset, because there's so many people who get really upset over the disappointment and whatnot. Well, being a disappointment automatically means you are not exactly what society wants you to be. And I think there is so much more originality and individuality in not fitting into society the way society wants you to fit in. society is that our moral society comes from religion. The people that made the rules wrote them not out of compassion, fear of punishment. So it's not like a should, it's more like a yes. Thank you. If anyone is feeling a lack of meaning in life, Absurdism by Albert Camus. Found it through. You know what? Yes, Winter's Green, thank you. Okay. There are certain things that I came across first of all, and then I wish to follow in life. One of them being the most original form of Stoicism. I'm gonna sound like, one of those fucking Andrew Tate ass fans. But not Stoicism as in, like, I don't give a fuck about anyone, I don't care about anyone, nothing else matters, only I matter, only money matters. No. No. There's a certain way to do things, right? And you know how I say I'm very, like, out of the loop most of the time? Part of it is intentional. Most of it is unintentional. Like, I'm genuinely just so, like, caught up in my own thing. I genuinely miss out on so much that is going on around me, and then I'm told, like, shaken by the shoulders, like, oh, by the way, this thing is happening. I'm like, oh, shite. That sucks. I mean, as a religious person, yes, people did use religion to oppress people, which is the most opposite thing of what should exist. My idea of religion, it was created as a way to, I guess, get people in line from doing terrible fucking shit. And then eventually turned into, if you don't do this, you're going to hell and you're gonna die a terrible fucking death. It started as a thing to, like, get people to be like, hey, so if you do really terrible shit, bad things happen to you, so maybe don't be a terrible fucking person, and then it eventually turned into what it is today. That not good, not good. But anyways, existentialism is basically my life philosophy. I will look into that. I've heard of it. I definitely have heard of that, but I will look into it further. This is interesting. Wonderful thing, joy of missing out. I have a fear of missing out, but at this point, it's so mild where I'm slightly uneasy that I feel left out, but I think that mostly roots from insecurity. Because there have been so many times where I've been left out. So, I'm like, please don't leave me out. But, at this point, I'm like, you know what? I think I'm fine on my own. I think I'm fine over here. Old style stoic. This is a fun stream. Philosophy and putting the world to rights. Right? Out of the loop? Yeah. I am painfully out of the loop on so many things. I purposely avoid things if they get popular and then experience them in my own time. Right? Right? Same. That is so real. Because I also don't like the whole rat race of trends. I'm gonna be honest. I fucking hate the idea of trends. And part of the reason why this whole trend of goth being trendy pisses me off is that is the whole point of goth. It's not supposed to be trendy. It's not supposed to be mainstream. Anything alternative is not meant to be mainstream. The philosophy of my life philosophy will be forgotten. I mean, maybe how should I put this? Aim a little just a little lower, something more reachable. I want to say I've saved a lot of money by just not buying the multiplayer games the moment they get popular, because I know, like, once and wasted $60. I that's it's part of the reason why I don't play, games that are extremely popular when they're popular. Like I probably should, because as a content creator it will matter, but it just feels so pointless to me. It's just my natural brain thing is to just be like, it's popular. I I'll look into it when it's not popular. Like I either find it before everyone knows about it, or I find it or like I get into it after the hype has died down. The greatest tragedy in life is that one will be loved more than they know, or some shit. Yes, I actually agree with that. I think because like there's so many people out there, right? There's just so many people out there. There is no way that one person is absolutely unloved. With religion, I just say you do you and leave it at that. My best friend and her fam are like intense Christians type thing. Into our baptism thing. Support everyone's religion. And just don't partake in any. Yeah, no, it's the same for me. I'm not religious at all. And you will find some questionable shit in my house. You will find some questionable shit in my jewelry. You will find some questionable books in my house. And it will sound very offensive. But um I am not religious. If anything, I want to say I'm agnostic, as in the sense that I don't believe that there is a higher power, but I also believe that there isn't. I just personally don't have any evidence of whether or not there is. But I've had friends who told me that they've had evidences, like they've had things happen in their life that made them think, like, oh, there's a thing. But personally, I have no reason to believe in it. Something could be out there, or maybe it's all just an elaborate lie. I don't know that, so I'm not gonna think about it. And again, it's the same as lesbianism. As long as you're not enforcing your religion onto me, I'll support whatever you are. No matter what religion you are, as long as you're not enforcing it, as long as you're not using your religion to be a shit person. Follow what you want, be what you want. That's, many jewelry crosses though. That's my issue. I do. Like I will wear a lot of stuff. Not because of anything, but just because I think it's cool. It looks cool. But again, I am not religious at all. Even with the whole, people at university often, they have this ongoing theory about me being a Satanist, which is not true, by the way. Um, but the first few uh, months of university, people genuinely thought I was a Satanist. Like they genuinely thought I did black magic and whatnot. And that's the thing. I don't. I don't do any of that. But it's just cause I dress a certain way, I guess. Yeah, you are in that house. I don't believe in red cardinals. Ooh. Venheim Ari, yes. I'm an atheist. I was raised Christian. I even want Christian school. Nearly perfect grades in religious studies. I've come to the conclusion that I find religion itself fascinating from a sociological point of view, but not exactly the same. I'm very sorry, but I'll leave now to get some stuff done. I'm glad I got to be here. I'm glad you got to be here too. Thank you so much for being here. And have a great day, okay? So I guess my view is that I find religion interesting in a way that it helps me understand human history and culture. Right? I am also very interested in religion in the sense that I want to learn about it. I want to know what was the idea behind it, how it came to be, history of it, and a sociological perspective, as you said, Seth. But I myself will not partake or follow a religion. I was like, you did Venom Cat magic. Well, Venom Cat magic is different from black magic. Venom Cat magic is when I tell you, when I tell you, that that I'm not real. Uh, Corporations decide that something is profitable, they will make it a trend. Like anime went from niche to mainstream. I used to get bullied for liking anime. I used to get bullied for being emo. I used to get bullied for dressing a certain way or listening to certain music. Suddenly everyone's listening to it. And it pisses me off. My best friend is a bit picky with wearing crosses for style. No, I get that. I get that. But personally, I don't have people around me who get upset by it. I have a best friend as well who, her family is religious. So let's say if I'm around her family, like she knows what I'm like, so she doesn't have much of an issue with it. But she doesn't have an issue with it. But let's say if I'm meeting her mom or going over to her house, I will make sure to not wear anything offensive because I don't want to be disrespectful. But in general, if I'm just on my own, you'll know there. Yeah. Hello, Mike. Welcome. Maybe if no one cares or loves me, that doesn't mean no one will. This means you can find people that will love you and people to exactly right. I'm glad you think that way. That is actually such a good way of living. I meant to send a letter to Santa, but spelled Satan. Right. Um. Black said to make someone fall in love with you. Social constructs of Christianity, for example, thou shalt not harm, are good, and we should follow them. But you don't have to be Christian to believe in the core principles of Christianity. Are good. Yes, that's the thing. Okay, there is good things. I'm sure there's good principles, good morals, good things in each religion, in their own right, right? But you don't have to be part of a religion in order to either follow them as like a personal moral thing or be a good person. My belief is you don't need religion to be a good person. I'm not religious. But I've been told by countless people that I'm a good person. I know other people who aren't religious, but they're great people. They're agreeable, they're kind, they're nice, they're reasonable. They will not hate other people just for funsies. They're good people, genuinely good people. They're not religious. I genuinely believe you don't need religion to be a good person. Cultural religious values come from what people agreed upon to be right. Yes. That makes sense. I did not know that. Thank you for telling me. Oh yeah, I read that. Not a Christian, maybe I'm a pagan. Not the cringe kind. Got bullied for being an anime club in middle school. Now it is normal. It's so fucking annoying. People used to mock me for liking My Chemical Romance, and then suddenly everyone's like, "Oh yeah, My Chemical Romance, cool band." I'm like, "Huh? No, you're not allowed to say that." Inquisitor, hello. It's been a hot minute. How are you? How is black magic different from goth magic? It's well, I want to say they're different because ow. I want to say they're different. First of all, I don't think there's any such thing as goth magic. There's black magic, there's also white magic. So there's different forms of each. It's like if you're using natural stuff for your magic. It has been a while. I'm feeling like physically. Why? Tell Ben best wishes from Marian. Have fun watching, please. I forgot to write. Aww, she's so cute. I remember in my primary school, I was a bit God focused, where we would pray every day, like twice a day, just as default, which I always found weird since I do that. We would sit outside. Oh, that's actually kind of cool that you had the option to sit out the prayer. I was in a Christian school. We had to pray every morning, and it wasn't a choice. It was not a choice. Uh, we had our morning assembly. We would have to pray at the end of it. And it's like we just had to. It was a default thing. And I remember there was a point where I was like, this feels kind of pointless. I don't know. But I still had to do it because they were strict to an extent. So it's like, if you're not doing it, you're gonna get in trouble. If you're sitting in class, like, the prefect used to come check the fucking... You could genuinely get into trouble if you're not in the morning assembly and you're not praying. I remember this one time, I was not praying, but I don't even remember what happened, but there are so many times where if the principal catches you not praying, you'll genuinely get into trouble. She'll pull you up and she'll be like, why the fuck are you not praying? What's wrong with you? And you'll get into actual trouble for not praying. And I understand prayer is like a thing people can do. It's different for different people. That doesn't mean every kid has to pray just because... My thing was, I did not believe in things like praying. So I would just kind of hold my hands together and just not pray. We would have to say the prayer out loud, right? So I would just not do it. Because everyone's doing it. Who's gonna notice one minus one voice? Baptized didn't make me believe in God. I guess I consider myself agnostic. For all the fucked up shit that happened to me, it's hard to believe in God. I understand. I understand where you're coming from. Forcing the religion on people to go with the flow and all stuff in religion. Mars, Rob's God gave us freedom, not cry. See this? No, I understand, so I don't agree with my premise. Only if you had a different religion, you weren't religious. You still had to... Oh, I see. No, in my school, nobody cared what religion you were. Like, it is on our paper, like on our, like, registration paper, government paper, whatever, that we are a different religion. And we would all have to sit down, not even sit, we would all have to be at morning assembly and pray. Christian. Went to public school in middle high school, so none of that. We had to stand for the U.S. Pledge of Allegiance, but I caused a scene because I told people they legally didn't have to stand. That is honestly kind of cool of you. I like you for that. School wasn't related, but we still had to do a bloody pray at the end of assembly and hymns. We also had to, oh god. I'm pretty sure there were times where we had to sing. It's weird because we never had like any lessons on religion. In my school we also didn't have lessons on religion. There was no actual study on religion. Gotta go. Thank you so much! Winter's Green, thank you! Have a great day, thank you! Oh, I'm gonna cry. Thank you so much. My head answer flip a shit if you didn't. Same. Didn't say it most times unless I was pointed out and had to. Yeah, basically same. Uh, it was like we didn't have any religious studies. We didn't study it as a subject. We had normal as subjects, but uh, we had to pray every morning. Sometimes teachers would pick out 3 kids to go to the front of the hall and pray about things they were thankful for. And when I was chosen, I was like, ugh, what the fuck? Oh, when I was chosen, so I said my dad and got told off. Oh my god. Saying heal world. Ooh. No, we didn't have cool stuff. Um, we didn't have cool music. No, our school didn't have that, picking out 3 kids stuff. Oh, hi, welcome back, Billion Blade. No, we didn't have the picking out 3 kids stuff. Like, man, if I'm not thankful for certain things, I'm just not. What are you gonna fucking do about it? I don't get it. Like, these people don't know my life. These people don't know my story. You have no reason to push me into being like, no, you have to be thankful. Well, fuck you. I don't know. How are you? It's been so long. I've been alive. It's got my wisdom teeth pulled out. Damn, it hurts. Holy shit. Hope you recover. This prayer is important, but that doesn't mean they're forced. You don't. The principal was in the wrong for doing that. I'm Christian. I can confirm from saying that your principal sounded like a jerk making you do that first. Wait, no, yeah. It's like the moment she sees someone not praying, she's like, what the fuck are you not praying? And then she would go up to the stage and be like, I saw people not praying. Why are you not praying? Don't you know? Don't you know God is... And I'm like, fuck off. My thing is, I'm so short. No one really saw me not praying anyways. So... One time said rock music is evil. At an assembly, my sister stormed off, which was big. If anyone told me rock music was evil, I'm sorry, I'm playing Cannibal Corpse in their face. Cannibal Corpse specifically, for obvious reasons. It's not to prove a point, to be like, oh no, rock music is not evil, but I'm gonna be like, yes, rock music is evil, and I will play it in your face. Because it's so stupid to be like, this music is evil, that music is... It's music. It's music. Is you working yet? Yes, Twitch is working. Twitch is working. In the US school system, the topic of religion is taboo. And therefore, we don't talk about it. But the US pledge of religion is just referred to God, so it's just confused. Huh? What? Pray for you to leave me the fuck alone. And pray should leave you alone. Right. That's my idea of it too. Praying shouldn't be like, forced to do it. Barely came to school, left my keys. Just go. Aw, thank you. My sister is the person who got me into like Slayer, Anthrax, and punk when I was like 7. My sister got me into like fucking emo music. She got me into My Chemical Romance. I got myself into Fall Out Boy and Panic at the Disco. But she got me into fucking... She was the one who told me, hey, listen to Black Veil Brides, it's good. And then I listened to it so hard, I now listen to more Black Veil Brides than she does. Wait, let me look at my Spotify. I want to see what else she introduced me to. She introduced me to Cockatoo Twins. She got me into Pierce the Veil, 21 Pilots, Black Veil Brides, My Chemical Romance. What else? My mom got me into Bon Jovi. My mom got me into Green Day. My mom got me into Garbage. My dad got me into Evanescence. My sister also got me into As It Is. I got myself into Corn and Cannibal Corpse. My sister got me into Sleeping with Sirens. Um, Sister got me into Set It Off. I got myself into Snow White's Poison Bite. What else? What else? Artists. Sister got me into Blink 182. Sister got me into Bad Omens. If this is the right one that I'm looking at. Oh no, sister didn't get me into. Did she? I don't. No, my sister didn't get me into Bad Omens. My sister got me into Mayday Parade. I don't know how would they found me. What else? Currently looking through my Spotify artists. Yellow Card, Red Jumpsuit of Paradise, Yumi at 6, Paramore. My dad got me into Evanescence. Maroon 5 is just basic white girl music that my mom got me into. Avril Lavigne, both my mom and my sister got me into. My sister introduced me, my mom backed me up. So, falling in reverse, sister. Neighborhood, a little bit of neighborhood my sister got me into. What else? What else? Hollywood Undead, my sister, if I remember correctly. There's a bunch of bands I found through my, like, on my own. But Poppy I got into myself. I don't listen to her. I haven't started listening to her new music. But I remember her absolute original music. My sister, like, me and my sister used to look through YouTube a lot. So we found Poppy back then. Back then when she used to make odd type of, videos. My sister got me to Get Scared. Linkin Park was just always there, I guess. My mom got me into Gorillaz. My mom and my sister both. Death Cab for Cutie, both my mom and mostly my mom. A bunch of anime shit in here, bro. I found out about Panic at the Disco myself. My sister fully got me into it, I guess. Same with Fall Out Boy. I listened to one of their songs and my sister was like, oh, you listen to Fall Out Boy? Here, listen to this other shit. And, what else? What else? Alter Bridge. A friend got me into Alter Bridge. What is this? Oh shit. Oh, it's blood on the dance floor. Oh no. 0 monthly listener. Oh, insane. Um, Polyphia. Oh, it was Polyphia. I was introduced to Polyphia through someone I know. I mean, I still know them. We don't talk a lot. Um, My Darkest Days, my dad. It was really funny the way I found it too. So my first song by My Darkest Days was Casual Sex. The way I found it was I was flipping through my dad's hard disk because I was looking for things to watch. Just like normal shit, normal kid stuff to watch. Then I came across this album and I was like, hello, the fuck is this? I saw the word sex and I was like, I'm gonna look at this. Hi, Shadow, welcome. And then I opened it and I watched the whole video and I was like, okay, this is some grown up stuff. That's how I found My Darkest Days. And then went back and I was like, wait, what was that one song that they had that was like, I listened to it. I was so weird, and like the video was a certain way. And then I watched it and I was like, all right, it was called Casual Sex. Uh, Cattle Decapitation. Decapitation, Lotus introduced me to. Hmm. The Cure, my sister. Under Oath, my sister. Hatsune Mikumi. I did it myself. Bring Me the Horizon, my sister. Mm, Cannibal Corpse, myself. Nirvana, both my mom and my sister. Water Parks, my sister. Mm, Bauhaus, my sister. The Police, my mom. Aerosmith, my mom. Birthday Massacre, someone else. Mayday Parade, my sister. Clicked off stream somehow. It's all good. I miss the 2000s. I also miss the 2000s, even though I was literally not a part of it. Um, I bought a Cannibal Corpse t-shirt on a school trip once, and my friends thought it was funny. I want a Cannibal Corpse t-shirt or a Korn t-shirt so bad, bro. I like the vibe your V model have. It literally takes me back to the early 2000s when I was a teenager. Things were much simpler. Yes, my model is actually entirely based off of me in real life, down to the clothing, the way she's wearing the accessories, even the piercings, skin tone, hair, everything. Entirely based off of me, IRL. This is just me. This is literally just me. Bands from my teenage years. I feel old now. I bunch of pop punk stuff. My sister, okay, initially she got into pop punk stuff, and then she kind of branched out. She got into gothic music. She got into other stuff. She got into a lot other, like a bunch of other shit. But I kind of am still stuck on the pop punk. I will have to branch out. I'm also really into like certain metal bands too. Like me and my sister started on, like, we have some common bands, and then she straight off to goth and I straight off to metal. Like, she doesn't listen to Korn and Cannibal Corpse. I do. but she does listen to like Cocteau Twins, Baha, um, The Cure. Meanwhile, I don't. I'm yet to listen to them. I will at some point, but I'm yet to listen to them. My music taste mostly consists of punk rock, pop punk, metal. Hers is gothic and pop punk and punk rock. Um, but thank you. I'm glad you like my model. Oh, by the way, person who made my model. My artist. His name is Moss. He is an amazing artist and an amazing person to work with. Hey, Madam, do you listen to Rob Zombie? I want to. I gotta have one. Bye bye, Seth. I want to. I went to an Alter Bridge concert a few years ago. It was cool. Alter Bridge is cool. Alter Bridge is cool. Blonde for are dead. Thankfully. Nostalgia makes everything seem better. I have to go back to that's the best year ever in my opinion. 2007, I think 3 years old. I don't know. The controversy is just fucking it is very bad. It is terrible. Apparently so. My sister knows this person on Twitter. She would like that person was one of the people that, you know, was a victim. If anyone knows the controversy with blood on the dance floor. That didn't exist yet. Don't say that. I love the oldest thinking back around, but yeah. It makes you forget things you hated in the past, right? No, for me, nostalgia is like I remember when I was in school. I fucking hated school. I still hate school. I just miss how less complex everything was. In the sense that I was never involved in unnecessary drama. No one knew me. In school, I was very unpopular. No one knew me. Filipino goth girl. I like how you're just settling on the fact that I might be Filipino. Sure, whatever you want. Whatever you believe me to be. Sure. My name says rectangle from Johnny Cash to Slipknot. I was 17. Okay. My music tastes can be very all over the place. I'm getting into a little bit of breakcore. I really like funk. Like EDM is like I can vibe with it. I love metal. I love pop punk and punk rock. What else? I also really like I don't know how many of you know James Blunt. But I really like James Blunt. It's like very acoustic, soft kind of music. I also really like punk music, as in like Green Day. And old 5 Seconds of Summer. I really like... You know that song called We Are Young? That goes something like, give me a second, I need to get my story straight. My friends are in the bathroom getting higher than the Empire State. My lover, she's waiting for me just across the bar. My seat's been taken by some sunglasses, asking about a scar, and I know I gave it to you months ago. That one. I know you're trying to forget, but between the truth and soul things, nothing's but apologies. And I'm trying hard to take it back. So by the time that closes, and I feel like falling down, I carry you home. Fun. I know Fun is the band that sings it. I just didn't know if everyone would know. I think it have more emo vibes, at least for me, but goth is good too. Yes. So my style, I am not sure how to pinpoint it. I am heavily into alternative style, but I never restrict myself into a certain type of alternative style. I like exploring a lot. I like going, like, whatever the hell I'm in the mood for, right? So let's say on a certain day I'm feeling like dressing goth. I will dress goth. I know people know the song. I just wasn't sure people know the band. That is all. You don't have to be so mean. I know people know the song. I know it's a fairly popular song. I just didn't know if everyone would know the band. That is all. I was being considerate. You don't have to be mean. Um, I love laying down on rainy days. Rainy days are really good. It rained here earlier. But what was I saying? Yes, my style is not at all restricted to one type of alternative. I like whatever the hell I like. Um Sometimes it's goth, sometimes it's metal, sometimes it's emo, sometimes it's like a sort of like scene emo type mix. Um Sometimes it's punk. Really depends. But I never really restrict myself. So sometimes it's even like, what is that style called? Uh Tech wear. Yes, tech wear. Let me see some pictures. Yeah, sometimes I like dressing in a very slight a mix of tech wear with fucking punk. Like I often do a thing where I mix a bunch of different sub like categories of alt into one outfit. So you'll see me like half of my outfit is punk while the other half is metal, and there's half of it is goth while the other half is emo. It really depends on just whatever the hell I feel like. Been to breakcore lately, especially Sewer Slit. Literally, a lot of his tracks resonate with my vibe. You gotta be Canadian? What's making you think I'm Canadian? Techwear? I'm not heavily into techwear. It's just sometimes I have this specific pair of pants that I like wearing sometimes. That's the only techwear esque thing that I have. I'm not actually into all that into techwear. It's not really my thing. Again, I mix styles a lot. So oftentimes it's not a specific style, it's just a mix of a bunch of shit. Um Also another thing, I was about to drink tonight. In a location located in a house. So true. Thank you. But she's from Eastern or North Europe. Interesting. Interesting. What's making I really want to know the thought behind these. I really want to know like why you are assuming these. Like what is the thought behind that guess? It's just so painfully interesting. Oh shit. And I'm getting very tired. Tiredness is starting to hit. I mean, I've been streaming for 2 hours. I think I'm doing a good job. Say nice things to me, please. Oh, by the way, for those who are there, to... So let's set the world on fire. We can be on the sun. I used to be very punk when I was younger. Now I just wear band gaming shirts and jeans. Um, I mean, I think that's what happens when you grow older as someone who is, a punk kid. You just kind of got to get out of like the entire heavy into punk stuff. Also, hi Mafu, hi. You guys kind of sort of grow out of the heavy punk stuff, and at that point, you just have all these band tees, so you just wear the band tees, which is whatever the hell you feel comfortable in. Your accent sounds a little like mine when I speak English, and I'm from Eastern Europe. Interesting. Mine is from the most northern part of Africa. Reason I made it up. Oh, oh, that's so funny. You professional streamer, is that? Why does that sound like an insult? How to praise you right now, man? It's okay. It's okay. I was just joking. Um. Ah, fuck. Um. I'm going between you and the wholesome. Ooh, ooh. Am I that mean? You're not as mean as some other people. In my punk stuff for a day to remember concert a few months ago. Ooh. I've never been to a concert because none of the bands that I like come here. Yeah, you gonna hit me with the little venom, Prince, after being mean to me? You are an entertaining streamer and have good taste in music. Thank you. I'm glad you think so. I'm glad you find me entertaining and think my music taste is good because it is. You would be objectively wrong if you said my if you said my music taste was bad. I'm sorry. I read Billion Blades like message halfway. Well then, Medicine Catto, you are our dear hardworking internet cat. Medicine Catto is insane. Medicine Catto is fucking crazy. But yes, thank you for, being right in thinking I have good taste in music, because I do. And also finding me entertaining. Not so sure about that part, but I'm glad you find me entertaining. Yeah? Yeah, you're gonna poof? You're gonna poof after saying shit to me like that? Can't believe you. Oh god, oh fuck. The tiredness is hitting today. Holy shit. What the fuck? No. No. No, go back to my stream. I accidentally clicked on something. When I got... meanie pants, I told someone they were a poopy head before. No way, that is so terrible of you. When I got too old, I gave all my stuff to my brother, like spiked bracelets or a leather jacket, but I still wear t-shirts with my favorite bands. Uh, so my sister was the one who did most of the shopping for us. Because I have never been all that into shopping for accessories and stuff. So my sister used to do all the shopping. Which, come to think of it, I should probably start learning how to shop. But she got all the clothes, all the band tees, accessories. There's a bunch of stuff that I just wore so much. It is now just, it's an unspoken rule that it is mine now. And there's so much stuff that she wore that's an unspoken thing that it's hers now. And it was easier back when we used to live together, but it's a lot more difficult now to share stuff. So there are some stuff that are with me that I always wear. And then there's some stuff with her. I'm sure if we start living together again, we'll have, and because like she has so much more stuff now, and that's so cool, But I'm sure once we start living together, she has a harness, by the way. She has a harness. So pray so that me and her get to live together again, so that I can, I don't know, do a thigh reveal with it. I don't know. Okay, Arvin, that's the reason why I'm single. Just too bad to the bone for anyone. I mean, girls love bad boys though. Pink. Really? What makes you think girls like bad boys? So why do good girls like bad guys? I've had this question for a really long time. I've been a bad boy and it's plain to see. So why do good girls fall in love with me? Oh, 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 oh. Taxi, please text me. I'm running for you. So many good girls like bad guys. I've always wishing for a real time. Sorry. I I die if I had a girlfriend like Venom. I I you die in the sense, and this is like me telling you exactly what you'd be in for. You die in the sense that fucking, like, she'd kill you. Kinda. If you had a girlfriend like me who let's say even had minus half the control over my mental illness that I do, I think she would just, at that point, she would just fucking kill you. What's the track you have playing in the background? I'll add it to my playlist. People keep asking for my playlist. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make a playlist of all the songs off of YouTube. And I'm gonna put it like on I'm gonna make it public for you guys. Because people seem to really like it. Humming Falling in Reverse, I see. I got stuck in my head because I read I still want a spike choker. My sister got me a spike choker. Oh, it looks so good. I need to wear it at some point. I'm gonna actually dress like one of those, like, really emo, cause like wear like a fucking MCR shirt, like ripped pants, spiky fucking bracelets, and just a choker, spiked choker. Thanks, you're welcome. Play Helldivers 2 while you were streaming. Wait, why? What happened? Unfortunately for you, I am back. Okay, but what if I won that? You want to be killed? Thank you for the stretch, lesbianism. Oh shit. Oh goodness fucking gracious. Oh geez, I have 40k points. Oh my god. Oh no. Let's see what happens when experiment time be my girlfriend for one day. If I die, people will get the idea. Me as a partner, see, I, it is a given that I am fucking insane. That is just there. And I don't think I can do anything about it at this point. I've tried numerous times to break the cycle. It has never worked. I'm just insane. Insane as in I get very obsessive possessive. Depending on the partner, I will be more open about how obsessive possessive I am. But usually my first instinct is to suppress it. Like suppress. No one can know. Oh god, you unlocked a core memory of my last day of high school. My friend painted my face like MCR from one of their music videos. Oh, that is so cool. Some of my men died in my arms while emo ranting about how she will kill you. Must have been an experience, huh? I'm too old for someone that young, I think, at least. I think you're forgetting that daddy issues is a thing. My idea of like a normal, like an acceptable age gap is if the older one is old enough to be the younger one's dad. So, dad or mom, whatever. Parent. So the older one is so old that, like, so much, like, the age gap is so big that the older one can possibly be the younger one's parent. I see that's when it starts becoming a problem in my eyes. Like, so think like 20 years, I guess. But my personal how should I put this? My personal boundary is way less than 20, but you know, it's like you're old enough. If you're old enough to be my dad, you're too old for me. Your dad has fault for that. I know. 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 I'd rather not talk about it all that much. Unfortunately, I am the way I am. I am into what I am into. There's no way to reverse it at this point, unless therapy helps, which it kind of isn't. So you're just like yonder. I guess you're ridiculous. I mean, that's part of the branding. I do get very irrationally jealous, though. That is just the funniest thing is Helldivers for me was watching a 3 the shell land straight on my friend 2 meters in front. Holy shit. Do half your age plus 7. Half your age plus 7. So like 20. So let's say if I'm 20. 47? Oh wait, no. 10 plus 7? 17? Well, I'm confused. Math is not my strongest subject. Please spell it out for me. Girl, you're mad. I can't believe. Hi. Hi, Honorable Ishan. Welcome. Welcome. Hi. I'm trying to bet I'm older than you. No, Eric is definitely older than you, Jay. I'm sure I shouldn't have brought it up. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I mean, I'm very open about the fact that I don't have a good relationship with my dad. It's just, I used to be a lot more vocal about it. I just lately it's gotten to the point where it's just so draining. I'd rather just not talk about it at all. It's just to the point where I just it's just so hard to deal with that I just pretend he's not my dad. Um, this doesn't make sense to me either. I did pass math every morning. Ooh.
Soviet, I'm so proud of you, okay? You're doing so great. Thank you so much for being here and being a part of my streams and being a part of my community. Thank you so much for being such nice company, so nice to talk to. And please never stop dropping by and giving us your little, little fun facts. They're very entertaining to read. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. And I hope you know that, in case you're having a bad day or in case you feel like at any point, things feel stagnant or things feel like they're stuck, things get better, okay? Just takes time. And I promise it gets better. Doing great, and I'm so proud of you.
In my case, I'm 35, so 24 would be the youngest I would date. Wait, 35 is 10, 11. So like 11 years, I guess. It's kind of the same for me. Like, kind of around that, I want to say. Like, my threshold is, if you're older, then, I don't know. It will change as I grow older, of course, but it's more so that, I'm not gonna say it, I'm gonna get in trouble, I'm not gonna say it. I did a past math exam paper this Monday morning that got forced on me 15 minutes. Let's see what we know, and I got an ace. I'm so proud of you, lesbianism. Good job. So that goes away. Trying to get used to compliments. Damn, bro, chill out. Hey, Venom, if she killed me, at least I had fun. Oh no. Dude, I'm 42. Standard of being a dad. I mean, it wasn't okay. Personally, so I want to say, let's say if someone who is 20, exactly 20, is dating someone who is 40 and above, I think that's the problem. That's where it may be a problem, in my personal opinion. Again, I want to make this extremely fucking clear. If there's a big age gap between you and your partner, but things are going well, there is no toxicity or there is no hint of the older one trying to manipulate the younger one or, isolate them from their family, friends, or stop them from living their life. They're being very respectful, not trying to force anything on them, being like, you live your life, I live mine, but we're together and we're a healthy relationship. If the relationship is healthy, even if there's a slightly larger age gap, I think it's okay. The only concern is if there's an age gap where it's like the older one is old enough to be the younger one's dad. Not old enough to be a dad, but old enough to be the younger one's dad. It raises the concern where there's a power imbalance. And I just think it can cause things like, I'm older than you, I'm old enough to be your dad, you better listen to me type of thing. No, that's fucked up. Again, If there's a relationship with a big age gap and things are going okay, there is no such manipulation or power grabbing of any sort. You know, don't let anyone else dictate what is okay and what isn't if things are okay, going fine, type of thing. What did I say? I need to chill out. No. I'm not telling you you need to chill out. I'm telling. No. No. You definitely deserve the compliments. Oh, wait. Dude, lesbianism and Soviet have the same color, name color, and I keep mixing them up for some. Sorry. I'm sorry. No, I'm not telling you to chill out. Ugh. As someone whose type used to be crazy, it was fun but not worth it. I have 2 kids with her and one I basically adopted. Ooh. I'm assuming. Tell me if I'm wrong if I'm assuming too much. They have 2 different colors. They don't have 2 different colors. Soviet and lesbian have the same color. What do you mean? Or at least it shows the same color in my chat. It shows the same color in my chat. I think it's colored per client. Yeah. And it shows for me they have the same color. Myself, age gap, I don't know, 6 years. Really thought about it because, well, yeah, but I don't know. My parents are 11 years apart, so. I mean, yeah, it's not. You shouldn't think about it right now because you're a small baby. But when you're old enough, I think it's something you probably should think about because there will be weird older people who might try to like force you into like, oh no, this is fine, this is okay, but you need to know what your boundaries are, right? What you are okay with. Losing it from my point of view. Teal and gray. Yeah, it's kind of like so bluish gray, and I'm garnet. The fuck is garnet? It's garnet, but no, it's like lesbianism is what lesbianism says she is, and Soviet says she is. But Soviet, you are the same color as lesbianism on my screen. I'd say 21 is the youngest I'd date. That way I can have a drink with them on special occasions. I mean, legally you can. Forcefully doing so would be bad. Yeah, you're right. Forcefully doing so? Wait, forcefully doing what? There was this moment in time where I was trying to date a single mom. She was 32 or 34 at the time. It was years ago and the relationship was as healthy can be. Yeah, so that's the thing, right? If there's an age gap, it's fine if it's healthy. It's fine if both people know what they're doing. And my mom and dad. Interesting. When we split, we did it on good terms. So why we split was distance geologically. We were in 2 different states in the US. Man, y'all be like freaking out over 2 different states in the US. I'm here, like, majority of the people that I've dated are from the US, and I'm not from the US. I'm from a different fucking country. People I've dated have been, or people that I've been interested in or had some things going on with. US, Canada, I guess Britain, or like Europe. I don't know. Australia, I guess. But you know, a bunch of these were like, you know, I mentioned so many countries because some of these were just, you know, oh yeah, I like you, oh yeah, I like you too, or you know, we were just like kind of flirting around, and it was a while ago too. I don't really do all that much anymore, but uh, people I've genuinely dated, like Well, here, I guess, my country, and then U.S., Canada. U.S., Canada. Yeah, U.S., Canada. Uh, in my defense, the states are pretty much 50 different countries due to how big the U.S. is. I think it's less about how big the US is. Yes, it is that, but also I also think it's 50 different countries because you guys have dual citizenship there as a thing. Um you dating people from the US? I mean, I have at in the past. I guess I distance has never been all that big of an issue to me because I personally see distance as safer than dating IRL. Dual citizenship. Okay, so as far as I've learned in political science, the US has dual citizenship, which means that they have a constitution as like the US constitution, as well as they also have set rules that might just be as good as the constitution for each state. That is exactly why you know, how should I put this? Like there is a different government in each state, kind of, not in like word by word in that way, but kind of. But that is part of the reason why, let's say, if you have committed a crime in one state, you are able to go to a different state. That's not the case in a lot of other countries. So this thing is called dual citizenship, as far as I know. I could be wrong, but this is just what I've been taught in school. Um, I'm currently with the youngest woman I have dated. It is a 4 years gap, so not with the mother of my kids. It was a very toxic relationship. We are now okay for our kids. I'm glad things are going well, by the way. I'm really glad. Um, I was gonna say, but then a state is basically a country. Yeah, basically. Basically. That isn't what that means, but okay, listen. I was just told I'm just saying what I was told. I mean, if you do that, becomes gonna be a problem and felony. Yeah. Again, this is not my opinion. I'm just relaying information. I'm just blabbering what I've learned. Now, it's not my fault if I was taught wrong. I'm currently with no one. I'm sure you'll find someone at some point. At some point, it's gotta happen, right? There's 8 billion people in the world. There's no way. Um, me, but I will understand if it's an issue with other people. I mean, yeah, distance is not an issue for me. It's more so that it will become an issue eventually. For starting out, I think distance is fine. Like, you get to know one another, spend time over video call, voice call. And I think long distance really tests someone's loyalty and patience. So I guess in a way it's also good. Because it's like, how willing are you to be patient with me? How willing are you to adhere to my schedule? How willing are you to, I guess put in work, put in like separate slots of time to hang out with one another due to time zones, And I think it tests the limits of how much a person is willing to do for their partner to an extent. But eventually it has to get to a point where you have to meet up with one another. So that is there. But I think for starting out, online is fine. Schools don't necessarily teach us the right things half the time. That is true. Even though none of them are with me. It takes time. Eventually, you don't worry. I've dated Americans. I've also dated Americans. There was this one girl I dated when I was younger. And God, she was my gay awakening, and I was so head over heels for her. And then she blocked me. for some toxic guy, some toxic older guy. Older guy as in like we were minors, by the way. Older guy was 19 at the time. And I am still in contact with them. Like the girl. She's not a girl anymore. She goes by they them. But she doesn't remember anything. She says before a certain point, she has no memory. So she doesn't remember anything that our friendship was. She doesn't remember nothing that happened, I guess. I don't know. And it pisses me off. I'm gonna be honest, because there's no way that you drove me to the point of insanity and you just don't remember. Read Japanese though. I was learning Japanese on Duolingo and then I gave up. It was like years ago, like 2018 or 2019. 2019, probably like around 2019, 2020. I was learning Japanese. Gave up. Within a few months. About Japanese. Okay. Holy shit. Oh my god. Do you guys date? I guess. I've dated a few Americans. And how was it? Well, that is kind of sad. We're more than kind of now. That is depressing. Oh yeah, it was. It was. Like when we sat down on voice call, we caught up. And I was like, yeah, you don't remember? And she was like, nope. No memory. I'm like, oh, okay. Alright. Okay. Cool. Mm. 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 Man, it's sad how much I sacrificed for certain people, and then they just turned out to be not good for me. Doesn't remember. Yeah, I think it was like a trauma response. She had a really like terrible like family environment. Uh, so I guess trauma response stuff. I understand. I understand why she does. She has no memory. It was a very scary time of our lives. Um, it was very traumatic even for me. The only thing is, I did not forget anything. She forgot a lot of things. But you know, things happen. Things happen. Um, I was broken up with every time. I mean, why? Like, was it a different reason every time, or? I saw too many times by guys, though. Lesbianism. Don't you have a wife? By Cartoon Network. That is so cool, honestly. In Norwegian before and after a week, she just left me without breaking up. Being single is okay as long as it doesn't make you feel uncomfortable. You don't need to force yourself into a relationship with society. Exactly. And also being single, being comfortable being single, has a higher chance of getting you bitches. I would never date someone who is dating me just for the sake of dating someone. I've definitely had people, who showed interest in me, and then later I found out they were just like, once, we established that it wasn't gonna work out. Later I'd be hitting them up like, not even like as flirtatious, but just checking up on them like, hey, I hope you're doing well, whatever, whatever. And wait, I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah. like, how are you? I hope you're doing well, whatever, whatever, checking up on them. And they were like, yeah, I'm really sad and lonely. I'm like, what's going on? What's got you so sad and lonely? And they were like, I don't have a girlfriend. And I'm like, is that why you were seeing me? I didn't say it to them, but it doesn't make you feel good, because I don't want to date someone who's just dating because they want a girlfriend. I want to date someone who is dating me because they like me, not because holy fucking motherfucker bullshit fucking. Hold on. Where is it? Oh my god. Is it dead? Is it dead? Is it dead? Oh, there was an insect. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. It crawled up my arm. Oh my god. Huh. Bro, kinda sus. As I just wanted to be able to cuddle up and watch films together. I understand that. I date someone that just wants a boyfriend. So as soon as I was perfect around being single, woman I used to date a while ago and sent me a Snapchat. About a month later, we started dating. Doing well, but that's good. That's great, actually. Many people not want to be with me. Well, I mean, it should be okay after the third surgery, right? Hi, welcome back, Pharaoh. Also, hi, Laughing Stock. How's their other half? I mean, I don't believe in this whole other half stuff, I'll be honest. I don't believe someone's made for one another or anything of that sort. It's more so just kind of, I guess, learning to love one another despite difficulties. No, not every relationship will be perfect. Not everything will be, fantasy perfect type thing. It's just takes. Relationships are. So this is how it is. Relationships are easier than people make them seem on the internet, but they're harder than people want to pretend they are in real life. Like on the internet, people are going off about, oh, this is cheating, that is cheating, this is not okay, that is not okay, people should be doing this, people should be doing that. It's really not that difficult. But in real life, people literally do not give a flying fuck about anything, not even the bare minimum. So it's like it's harder than you will see certain people acting, but it's definitely a lot easier than some people make it out to be. There's just a balance that you need to find. And it's really not that hard to find that balance the moment you stop believing everything you're fed online. There is really no such, oh, your partner has to do this, your partner has to do that, your partner has to be like this, has to be like that, they have to do this, they have to do that. No. Really, just don't stop listening to the internet. The internet is rotting your idea of what is okay and what isn't, what is love and what isn't, what is commitment and what is effort and what isn't. Sorry for speaking too full as fuck. No, it's okay. It's okay, I understand. It's just that I'm not used to it, is all. But I think it's actually really good. Please keep going. Had some food I haven't eaten. Please go eat. Welcome to the internet. Come and take a seat. Arner just needs to show me affection and cuddle me. Well, Prince, I also want to tell you something. I've had friends who that was their standard. They just wanted to be held and cuddled and loved. and like shown affection from time to time, but also these same partners are the ones who took them so painfully for granted. You don't deserve to be taken for granted. Like, there was so much stuff, terrible stuff going on underneath, and it was just scary. Don't aim for just show me affection and cuddle me. Please don't, because it eventually turns into, they will show you affection, they will cuddle you from time to time, but then they will make you do things that are so bad for you. Once you get out of the relationship, you realize how badly you regret it. Because take for example my ex. He cuddled me sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes he did. He gave me the physical affection I needed sometimes. But then I am now more traumatized than I have ever been from a partner. Someone could tell me I add value to their life and I would start sobbing. Because I was told by my ex that I add no value to his life. That I was worthless, that I was gross, that I was disgusting, that I was a whore. Showing affection and getting cuddled is not equal to a healthy relationship. Showing affection and getting cuddled is not equivalent of love or what you deserve. Because they could be showing you affection and cuddling you as a way to cover up all the bad things that they did. I definitely know that, you know, when he did terrible things to me, he would cuddle me later just because he knew how clingy I was and how desperate I was just to be loved. And he used that to his full advantage. Doing terrible things, threatening to hit me and all that, and then just hugging me, cuddling me, saying nice things to me. Just to, like, you know, put a bandage on the big ass gash that he left. That's not how it works. Don't aim for just show me affection and cuddle me. It's a lot more than that. And by the way, this guy has left me with paranoia that I still deal with to this day. With every upload, with every stream, I am terrified that some point, someday, somewhere, he's watching. He's keeping tabs. Don't settle for just, I want to be cuddled and I want affection. Because it can snowball very badly, very fast. And I know it's discouraging to, you know, when you're seeing everyone else be in relationships when you're single. I understand it feels terrible, it feels lonely. But it's better to be by yourself than to be with someone who will reduce you to nothing. Because I promise you, it's painful as fuck to be reduced to nothing and then building yourself back up from there. One person in my life that I would date regardless of having this bad, but if I had a chance with them, I'm not gonna force them to love me. Yeah, I think a lot of people feel entitled to being loved. Like, you know, oh, I like you, so you have to like me. That's not how it works, man. Sorry. Like, and I really hope that they like you, though. Jay is a great person. And in medicine to a lot of us. Aw, stop. Thank you. I don't think everyone can find a partner, especially in these times. Some are just born to die alone. I don't believe that. I believe that, you know, everyone, you know, deserves. Everyone deserves a partner, obviously. Everyone deserves to be loved. And threatening to hit. Yep. Threatening to hit. In public and in private. But you know, it's just hard to find, and it's just that people are so brainwashed these days on so many things. It's like, it's not as bad as people make it seem. It really isn't. Sorry I was late. I was out getting stuff and delicious. It's okay. I hope you are enjoying your delicious pizza, by the way. It just, I should really stop speaking in ways that I would mistranslate the people that I'm thinking of. I understand that. Food sounds poggers, yes. You should ever break anyone down like that. Come on, get a partner and everything is possible. Brainwash with brain rots and help. Just unbrainwash yourself, bro. Really that simple. Really that simple, bro. Yes, brilliant. I know, right? Actually genius. Actually so smart. Um, um, this person's model is so cool. Wait, I have a question. Do you guys want to watch Dark and Darker, or do you guys want to watch Pokemon Infinite Fusion? My ex used to throw all sorts of stuff at me, like shoes, pants, and about 5 minutes later, she would come and help me apologize at this one. Apologies. Yes, that's the thing. Don't trust apologies. Do not trust apologies. Never trust apologies because that don't mean shit. If they're consistently doing terrible shit to you, their apologies don't mean anything. Worst part is I never even got an apology. I would just be told everything is my fault. Your voice was kind of different in the new video. Was it? Oh, it's because I was pulling the mommy voice. I was doing the Dom voice, that's why. Probably it was different. Anyways, I need to go sleep. Sleep well. Thank you so much for dropping by. How's your day been? My day's been okay. Very lazy. I played Genshin today. I'm very happy about that. Had a headache earlier, but that's okay. I took painkiller. It's gone now. I'm not going to force her to love me because she found out her have cheated on her. I have a handful of exes that cheated on me, so I understand her pain and frustration. Oh. Apologies only mean something if they change afterwards. It's exactly. Apologies only mean anything if they are actually doing something actively to fix it. Because if not, that doesn't mean shit. Anyway, you guys should tell me if you want to watch Pokemon Infinite Fusion or Dark and Darker. I had a girlfriend who was okay at first, but then the mind game started. She messed my head. When I see her, and then when I got her, I got her ID. What you doing here? Holy shit, man. Yeah, it's so funny when it's like fuck, I forgot. I forgot. I forgot my train of thought. I was 70. She was. Oh, yikers! No, that's no, no, no. Could be that area with Denver back then. Yeah. She forgore. I forgore. Um. Wait. Hold on. One moment. Uh. Mm, mm, I want to rate someone that I haven't rated before. Oh, that's called. I thought you had like bad cold. I was like, why is she recording a video then? No, 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 no. I didn't have a cold. I was just, I was just putting on a voice. I sound. I remember when I had a cold, when I had a genuine cold, I sounded so terrible. Oh, ew. Thank you so much, Donat. There is no bot. Thank you. Oh, what the hell? Quash? Oh, fuck. Sorry, I was listening to someone. Well, Twitch crashed for some reason. Again. Hello, is it back? No, I didn't end it. I would have mentioned that I ended it if I did. Um, wait. Why did I follow this person? Man, fuck off. We're back. Okay, that's good, that's good. That being said, I gotta go play some D&D. Great stream. Thank you so much for dropping by. EDP? What's that? Uh, ow. Anyways, My rib hurt. To make it worse, Blade, I really. Uh, That's what happens. I did the same. I did the same. It's okay. I did the same. It's not okay, but I understand what you're going through. But ow. Anyways, I think I might end stream here, even though we literally just restarted after a crash. But I am getting tired. I'm also very hungry. I'm gonna get something to eat. But we are rating this person. They look very cool. And also new person. I like rating new people. Anyways, bye bye.
So I can keep you.
Ah. Um, and over on YouTube. Hmm. And on YouTube, let me see if I can forward you guys. Hold on, let me see if I can redirect you to Abazar. Want me to ask me to? Yeah, that's what they do. But yeah, I'm gonna. Sorry, I just came back. It's okay, but I will be ending stream now. But yeah, I hope everyone has a great day. Bye bye.